what I thought it was going to be.
Right, you be mad.
But thanks, God bless you. Tell your mama I said, hey, I'm out. Like, you know what I mean? We need more men to stand up and lead the way. Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man.
Now, at 40, Fantasia has shared news that has fans worried. People always hoped she would overcome her troubles, but this latest update confirms what many fear. Is she okay?
I strumming my pain with this finger.
I mean, Fantasia has been through a lot, from dealing with rumors flying about Kendall's infidelity. I am talking about a shocking cheating scandal that has left her heartbroken, to facing backlash over a statement she made on gay marriage. What is really going on with her? Well, let's delve into the shocking truth she just revealed.
The insecurity I experienced was I didn't know where I fit in. So I come from corporate.
Let's start with her love life. Fantasia always called Kendall her soulmate. I mean, they were known for showing off their love publicly.
I think the greatest gift that I have is a supportive husband that won't let me touch anything, do anything. I wake up to breakfast. So it makes it a whole lot.
They got married in 2015 and always seemed happy together. But if these rumors are true, then things weren't as perfect as they looked. Fantasia has always been open about her life, sharing both her struggles and victories. Now, she's letting everyone in on what really went wrong with Kendall.
If it's not that night, by the next morning, I'm like, look, babe, I love you. Like, we better than this, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be brothers.
Fantasia's personal life has been full of ups and downs. She became a mom at just 17 when she gave birth to her daughter, Zion Quarry Barrino. The father was her high school boyfriend, but that relationship turned out to be toxic and abusive. After breaking free from that, Fantasia kept moving forward, but love wasn't always kind to her. She briefly dated NFL player Michael Clayton and was later engaged to rapper Young Dro. But just like before, those relationships didn't last.
So there's a rumor on the internet that you are now dating a married man who has 4 kids and he's from your area, a real estate agent that you supposedly have met in a T-Mobile store.
Her love life kept making headlines. In 2009, she got involved with Antoine Cook, a married man. Their affair became a huge scandal, and in 2011, Fantasia gave birth to their son, Dallas Xavier Barrino. Antoine's wife, Paula, ended up divorcing him, but his lawyer made it clear that Fantasia wasn't the only reason for the split. Still, the media went crazy over the situation. Fantasia later said she thought Antoine and his wife were already separated when they started dating. But after all the drama, she decided to end things with him.
I did meet him in the T-Mobile store. He doesn't have 4 kids, he has 2 kids. And no, I did not break up his home. He's just a friend. I don't know if his home, what happened in his home, but he's been not with his life.
After all the heartbreak, Fantasia finally thought she found her forever love when she met Kendall Taylor. He was different. At least, that's what she believed. In a 2019 interview on The Breakfast Club, she shared that the night they met, they talked for hours. She said she knew right then that he was special. Just 3 weeks later, they got married in a courthouse. It was a fast decision, but Fantasia was convinced that Kendall was the one.
And I was like, I knew I wanted a man that was gonna love me, love my children, love God, be a smart man, cover me, see me.
Kendall had his own rough past. He grew up in Gastonia, North Carolina, the same state as Fantasia. But life wasn't easy for him. He got caught up in crime, drugs, and violence. Without a strong male role model, he made a lot of bad choices. His life took a serious turn when he became a father at just 15 years old. He had a son named Trey, and at the same time, he got arrested for the first time. That was just the beginning of his troubles. By his late 20s, Kendall had been arrested multiple times and was facing 3 felony charges. But in 2007, he decided to turn his life around. He got a job at a warehouse and worked hard to leave his past behind. Eventually, he started his own company, Courier Logics, which later merged with Metro Transportation Services. He built himself up and became a successful businessman.
It wasn't about money. When we first met each other, we were forced because of people that were in position. We had to open up the books. It wasn't about money.
Kendall also started Salute First, a mentorship program for young men. He wanted to help them avoid the same mistakes he made. He turned his life around and became a respected leader. That's one of the things that made Fantasia fall for him. She thought he was a changed man, someone who understood struggle and growth. But now, it seems like even after all his talk about loyalty and transformation, he still couldn't stay faithful. Fantasia and Kendall always put on a strong front. They made it seem like they had the perfect marriage. Fantasia would post about him, calling him her king. He would do the same, acting like he was her protector. But behind the scenes, things were falling apart. People started whispering about Kendall stepping out on Fantasia. At first, she ignored the rumors, but then the truth came out. She couldn't deny it anymore. When Fantasia finally spoke out, she didn't hold back. She admitted that she truly believed Kendall was her soulmate. But love isn't just about feelings, it's about trust, and Kendall broke that trust. She's heartbroken, but she's also done playing the fool. She put her heart into this marriage, and now she's left picking up the pieces. Fans are shocked because Fantasia and Kendall always seem so solid. On the outside, they looked like the perfect couple, but on the inside, there were cracks. And now, those cracks have turned into a full-on break.
The insecurity I experienced was I didn't know where I fit in. See, I come from corporate.
Fantasia Barrino and Kendall Taylor's love story is one of second chances, growth, and unconditional support. They met in 2015 and quickly formed a deep connection. Their relationship moved fast, but it was built on a strong friendship. Just 3 weeks after meeting, they made a bold decision. They got married in a private courthouse ceremony.
I love you enough to marry you. And what'd you say?
What you want to do?
I said, what you doing Thursday? What you say?
I guess we're getting married.
They didn't announce it right away, choosing to keep it personal. Later, they celebrated in a more extravagant way, having a beautiful wedding on a yacht in July 2015. Their love story shows that when two people are meant to be together, time doesn't matter as much as the connection they share. Since getting married, Fantasia and Kendall have built a life together that is not just about love, but also about growth and success.
I think the greatest gift that I have is a supportive husband that won't let me touch anything, do anything. I wake up to breakfast. So it makes it a whole lot.
They started a business together called Rock Soul Entertainment. This company reflects their passion for music and their desire to work as a team. They also co-wrote a book, No Crowns in the Castle, which was published in 2022. In the book, they share the struggles and victories they faced as a couple. They talk about how important love, faith, and respect are in a marriage. Their story is not just about romance, it is about learning, supporting each other, and building a strong foundation. Kendall Taylor has been a huge source of strength for Fantasia. She has often talked about how he helped her rebuild her self-esteem. In past relationships and experiences, she had gone through a lot of emotional pain. She struggled to see her own worth, but Kendall made sure she never forgot how special she was. He tells her every day that she is a queen, something she wasn't used to hearing. At first, it was hard for her to believe, but over time, she started to accept his love and support. She realized she deserved happiness and respect.
What is it with you? Like, I ain't never met somebody quite like you. Conversation was good. Never did he ever try to come on to me.
Fantasia has spoken about how her way of thinking has changed over the years. She used to approach life as if she were playing checkers, making quick moves without thinking too much ahead. But now, she sees life more like a game of chess, strategic, thoughtful, and planned. She believes the struggles she went through were necessary for her to grow. She credits Kendall for being a big part of that growth. His love and encouragement helped her find strength she had lost. Together, Fantasia and Kendall have created a beautiful blended family. Kendall has a son named Trey from a previous relationship, while Fantasia has 2 children, Zion and Dallas, from her past relationships. In 2021, Fantasia and Kendall welcomed their first child together, a daughter named Keziah. Their home is filled with love, and they work hard to provide a strong, supportive environment for their children.
We decided, let's just pause. Let's let God be God. And if this is something that He wants for us to truly have.
But their journey to have a child together was not easy. Fantasia has opened up about how difficult it was to conceive Keziah. They tried for 3 years, facing many disappointments along the way. She said that at one point, she had almost given up hope. Then one night, something felt different. She woke up with a strange feeling, and soon after, she found out she was pregnant. It was an emotional moment for her, one that reminded her that good things come to those who wait. Kendall has always been by Fantasia's side, both in her personal life and her career. In an interview, she said he was the first man to ever make her feel truly beautiful. He treats her with love and respect every single day. This kind of support helped Fantasia heal from her past. She once felt broken, but with Kendall's love, she learned to see her own worth again. Fantasia's career has continued to grow, and Kendall has been her biggest cheerleader. In 2023, she took on the role of Celie in the Color Purple movie. The film was a huge moment for her, and she was grateful to have Kendall by her side through it all. She has called him her soulmate and often says she would not be where she is today without his love and support.
Fantasia Barrino makes a comment on Instagram. She puts a picture of her twirling, give you life.
Fantasia also found herself in controversy in 2013 when she posted something on Instagram that upset many people. Her post mentioned topics like gay marriage and marijuana legalization, which she called against the Bible. Many people thought her words were homophobic. She emphasized how important her faith is to her, saying, "If it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't be here today."
Fantasia Barrino, shut your illiterate dumb ass up.
Her words were seen as judgmental, but Fantasia quickly spoke up to clear the air. She said, "It has been brought to my attention that something I said was taken out of context. I don't judge anyone because I don't want to be judged. The gay community is one of my biggest supporters, and I support them as they support me." She even shared that several members of her team are gay. To show her love and support, she performed at the Long Beach Gay and Lesbian Pride Festival just months later. In 2017, Fantasia's family faced a tough time when her brother, Xavier, was in a serious motorcycle accident. The injuries were so bad that Xavier couldn't walk for a long time. Fantasia talked about how this experience changed him and their family. She said young people today want success quickly, but real success takes hard work. She gave her brother tough love, telling him he had to put in the effort to recover. Xavier's Instagram posts show his determination, and he has made great progress, even standing and walking with braces. Fantasia's message to him was clear. When you work hard for something, you appreciate it more. Sadly, tragedy struck Fantasia's family again in 2018. Her 18-year-old nephew, Tyquan Washington, was shot and killed in North Carolina. Tyquan was remembered as a talented gymnast who loved football, singing, and dancing. Fantasia was heartbroken and wrote on Instagram, "Auntie is so sorry, baby. R.I.P. to my oldest nephew." The loss was devastating, but the family came together to support each other during this difficult time.
That's my idol. I've seen my mother go through some tough stuff, but still do it with class.
Fantasia Barrino's life was never easy. She faced many problems from a young age, and they followed her into adulthood. She had to deal with personal struggles, family problems, and financial issues, but she never gave up. Her story is about facing challenges, falling down, and getting back up again. One of Fantasia's biggest struggles was school. She decided to quit before finishing. She also had a hard time with reading. In her book, she admitted, "I get by, but my reading isn't what it should be. I'm working on it." Even though she struggled, she didn't let it stop her from going after her dreams. She knew she had talent and she wanted to use it. Her big break came when she auditioned for American Idol.
I strumming my pain with this finger.
But even this was not easy for her. She had to read scripts and follow instructions, which was difficult because of her reading problems. To hide it, she would pretend to understand and rely on other people's help. In a 2007 interview, she said, somebody would say, "You know, it's pronounced this way," and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm country." She used humor to cover up her struggles, but deep down, it was a challenge she had to face every day. One of her most famous moments on American Idol was when she sang "Summertime" by George Gershwin. It was a powerful and emotional performance that even impressed Simon Cowell, the toughest judge on the show. But learning the song was hard for Fantasia because she couldn't just read the lyrics like others. Instead, she listened to the song over and over until she memorized the words. She found a way to work around her struggle, and it paid off. Her performance became one of the most memorable in American Idol history.
You proved the point with that performance tonight why we are critical of people who just sing well, because there was something magical.
Fantasia became a fan favorite. Along with LaToya London and Jennifer Hudson, she was called one of the three divas. All three women were known for their incredible voices, and many people believed one of them would win. But in a shocking moment, they all ended up in the bottom three. Jennifer Hudson was eliminated, which surprised many fans. Even famous singer Elton John spoke out, saying it was unfair. He believed race played a role because all three women were Black and had strong voices, yet they were not getting enough votes. Despite the drama, Fantasia stayed focused and kept performing at her best. Her hard work paid off when she won American Idol in 2004. But even after winning, her struggles didn't end. In 2005, she released a memoir where she talked about her life, her struggles, and her rise to fame. The book was honest, but it caused problems in her family. Her father, Joseph Barrino, was upset with how she described him. He said she made up some things and even claimed she didn't write the book herself. He also denied ever asking Fantasia for money or putting music before her education. He was so angry that he sued the book's publisher for $10 million. Fantasia had always said her father was strict. She wrote about how he wanted everything to be perfect and how he often reminded the family that he was in charge. "I run this family. I run this band," she recalled him saying. Their relationship was complicated, and the lawsuit only made things worse. Things got even harder for Fantasia in 2010. She was dealing with personal problems, stress, and criticism from the public. It all became too much for her. One day, her manager, Brian Dickens, found her nearly unconscious in her home in Charlotte, North Carolina. She had taken too many pills. She was rushed to the hospital, but luckily her life was saved. Later, in an interview with Behind the Music, she admitted that she had taken the pills on purpose. She said, "I just wanted to go to sleep and be at peace." She was tired of all the negativity and felt like she had nowhere to turn. After recovering, Fantasia found new strength. In 2011, she won her first Grammy Award for her song, Bittersweet. It was a special moment for her, proving that she could overcome hard times. She stood on stage, holding her award, and felt proud of how far she had come. But even with her success, money problems followed her. In 2008, she almost lost her house in Charlotte. She was accused of not paying a loan, and her home was going to be auctioned off. There were rumors that Simon Cowell helped her, but Fantasia denied it. She said, "I've always worked hard to take care of my family." She managed to save the house for a while, but in 2012, she had to give it up. She signed the deed over to the bank to avoid foreclosure.
And the Grammy goes to Fantasia, Bittersweet.
Fantasia Barrino has had an exciting career filled with big moments. One of the most special times in her life was when she won her first Grammy Award. This happened for her song Bittersweet, which was named Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. This award proved that she was one of the best singers in the music world. Winning a Grammy is a dream for many artists, and for Fantasia, it showed that all her hard work had paid off.
I'm not Fantasia, but I'm Brian Dickens. I'm Fantasia's manager. I apologize for Fantasia's absence tonight, but she's currently working on her role for the Mahalia Jackson movie that she's been successfully cast in.
Besides music, Fantasia was also chosen to play a famous gospel singer, Mahalia Jackson, in a movie. This was a big opportunity for her, as it would have been her first major acting role. The movie was approved by Mahalia Jackson's family, and Fantasia was promised a good salary along with a share of the movie's profits. However, things did not go as planned. Fantasia faced some health problems, and rumors started spreading that she was no longer part of the project. The company making the movie denied the rumors, but in the end, she didn't do the film. Fantasia's name was also brought up by the legendary singer Aretha Franklin, who was planning a movie about her own life. Aretha said she wanted either Fantasia or Jennifer Hudson to play her. In the end, Jennifer Hudson got the role. Even though Fantasia didn't get this part, it was a big deal that a legend like Aretha Franklin thought highly of her talent. Even when things got tough, Fantasia kept making music. She released new songs and worked with other great artists. One of her songs, Lose to Win, was loved by fans. She also announced that her next album was coming soon. Another song from the album, Without Me, featured two famous artists, Kelly Rowland and Missy Elliott. This showed that Fantasia was still respected in the music industry and could work with top stars. Fantasia's talent took her beyond music and into Broadway. She starred in After Midnight, a musical that celebrated jazz music. Her performance was highly praised by critics, with some saying she had the perfect voice for jazz. She performed in the show for a few months before leaving, but she returned later for another round of shows. She even performed at the Tony Awards with music legends Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight.
Which is crazy to me, because you play her on Broadway. You're incredible on Broadway, and it seems like such a natural progression. Why'd you say no?
It was so heavy on Broadway, Kels.
Fantasia continued to work on new projects. She co-wrote and recorded a song for the movie The Butler, which was considered for an Academy Award. Although the song didn't get nominated, it was still a big accomplishment for her. In 2014, she was honored by being inducted into the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame. This was a proud moment for her, as it recognized her impact on the music world. Fantasia also showed her love for holiday music by releasing a Christmas album called Christmas After Midnight. To celebrate the album, she went on a special holiday tour. People loved hearing her powerful voice sing classic Christmas songs. Fantasia's career continued to grow, and in 2019, she released a new album called Sketchbook. The album featured big names like Meghan Trainor, T-Pain, and Brandy. The first single, Enough, became a hit and reached the top 10 on the Billboard Adult R&B chart. Around the same time, she recorded the theme song Shine for the Tamron Hall talk show. One of Fantasia's biggest career moments came when she starred in the movie The Color Purple. The film was released in 2023 and received a lot of praise. Fantasia played the role of Sally, and her performance was called stunning by critics. She won an NAAC Image Award for the role and was nominated for a Golden Globe and a BAFTA Award. The cast of the movie also won an Ensemble Award, showing that the entire team did an amazing job. And that is all for today. Bye.